Seattle Kraken have hired their first ever head coach in franchise history, and his name is Dave Hakstol, who is currently, or well, now will be formerly, the Toronto Maple Leafs assistant coach for the past couple of seasons. He also head coached the Philadelphia Flyers from 2015 to 2018, Mario. Um, but unfortunately, he was fired in the 2018-2019 season. He took them to the playoffs a few times, but they were early playoff exits, so they weren't really anything spectacular. But he also was a longtime head coach at the University of North Dakota, where he coached for the last 11, for where he coached for 11 seasons. And he also became the first head coach in NHL history to have to jump from the NCAA to the NHL in 33 years. So that's also interesting to point out. And I have a quote from the general manager, Ron Francis. He said in that quote, Dave possesses great experience, a strong work ethic, a solid technical understanding of the game, and a remarkable ability to communicate clearly and effectively. I look forward to working with Dave as we strive to build our team, a team our fans will be proud of. And I actually have a quote from I have a quote from Hakstol himself. Let me just find it. It says in that quote, I am honored to be joining this tremendous group of staff and fans. When I first saw the arena, I was blown away. It's such a unique venue, which it is actually. It's pretty cool looking. I am looking forward to being a part of the group that builds a team that plays with pride, passion, and selflessness for the city of Seattle. A couple of things worth mentioning about the Seattle Kraken. Their expansion draft will be on July 21st, so in a few weeks from now. And they're also going to be using the same rules as when the Vegas Golden Knights joined the league back in 2017. So they'll actually be drafting players from all the other teams. So every team is going to have to give up a player so they can play for that team. And I'll pass on to you, Mario. But before I do, this article is written by Emily Kaplan from ESPN. So your thoughts on the Kraken hiring Dave Hakstol as their new head coach, or the first one, that is.
First of all, congratulations to Dave Hakstol on becoming the first head coach of the Seattle Kraken. Yeah, Nate, first of all, I mean, I want to say this is a surprise, and that's what I think that's what I'm gonna stick with, okay? Because they had multiple interviews with Rick Deshay, and I thought he was gonna be the next coach coming up, but clearly not. It was Dave Hakstol. But Dave Hakstol and the GM Ron Francis, they have a good relationship. You know, according to sources, their relationship has started in a car ride from Slovakia to Czech Republic. So that's probably how they built that relationship. And, you know, obviously that works in not just sports, but in every single job. You know, you have connections with people, you know, you end up having a better chance to get a job because of those connections. But Hakstol's record, I mean, it wasn't bad, Nate. You know, like I got to be honest, it wasn't bad. He coached the Philadelphia Flyers for 3 seasons. He went 134, 101, and 42. That's a .560 points percentage in his 3+ seasons with the Flyers. And then I just didn't work out, Nate. You know, then he ended up getting eliminated 2 times in the first round, and he ended up getting fired. But overall, Nate, you know, Hakstol has a lot of experience as a head coach. You know, he's been coaching for 30+ years. He's coached college. He's coached in the USHL. He's coached in the NHL. So overall, he's had a lot of experience as a head coach. And I think that's what you need when you bring a new team in, you know. This new team, you bring in a veteran head coach. I think that could definitely help them, you know. Now, again, I'm not sure who the Seattle Kraken are gonna sign from each team. I'm not quite sure what's gonna happen. But overall, you know, I think they're in good hands, Nate. You know, when you have a coach that's been coaching for as long as he has, then overall, I think they're in good hands when you have somebody who's been coaching for that long. I mean, you know, he has he used to coach in North Dakota for 11 seasons. 30 of Haskell's players at North Dakota. They went on to play in the NHL, including the Blackhawks captain Jonathan Toews. TJ Oshie from the Capitals played for him. And Hakstol was named a finalist for National Coach of the Year in 8 of his 11 seasons, as he compiled a 289, 143, and 43 record, which is a percentage of .654. And North Dakota ended up reaching the Frozen Four 7 times under Hakstol, which is the most of any program during that span. So overall, he's had a great career as a college head coach for North Dakota. But now again, he's going back to being an NHL head coach. He's getting that second chance, you know, because the whole stint with the Flyers, it was all right, but it wasn't what, you know, he probably would have wanted out of it. But he has more experience, obviously, now. He's coached for so many years, and I hope that he can do what he needs to do to help the Kraken reach a lot of success and potential. So with that being said, I wish Dave Hakstol the best of luck, and we'll see how the Kraken do.
Yeah, Mario, I'll take it from here. First of all, congratulations to Dave Hakstol on becoming the first ever head coach for the Seattle Kraken. Um, there's definitely new opportunities here, Mario. It's a brand new franchise from the ground up. It's not like a franchise moving that already has a history. No, this is a whole new franchise built from the ground up. You know what I mean? So new beginnings, new narratives can be written here. Obviously he hasn't had the best. He is a playoff coach, but he hasn't had the best experience when it comes to being a head coach. But that can change. You know what I mean? And this Seattle Kraken team can change the league, just like how the Vegas Knights did a couple years ago. Do I expect them to go to the Stanley Cup Finals in their first year? Hell no. I don't think we'll ever see something like that again. Maybe in the next 5 years, yeah, we've seen that multiple times with a lot of expansion teams, But in the first year, I do not expect them to make the Stanley Cup Finals. That's just a feat I don't think we'll ever see again. And if we do, it'll be long after we're gone. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I'm not gonna count him out. You know what I mean? Because again, like I said, new narratives can be written. He can have a better career here. So I do hope that is the case. Now going to the Kraken themselves. When it comes to the draft, they need to pick their players wisely. That's what they have to do. They got to pick their players wisely because they're going by the same format that the Golden Knights did when they first became an expansion team. And look at how well that turned out for them. So if I'm the Seattle Kraken, give good players to Dave Hakstol so he can actually coach a playoff team. You know what I mean? So, and honestly, Mario, they got a lot going for them. Again, the expansion draft's on July 21st. So if you want to, I'm not sure if that's going to be on TV or not, but I'm sure ESPN and NHL will have live coverage on it. Most definitely. They're going to be playing in a really nice arena, like Hakstol said. It's a really unique arena, which it is. It is a very nice arena. So they got everything going for them. So I hope everything works out in their favor. And with that being said, best of luck to Dave Hakstol on becoming the first ever head coach for the Seattle Kraken, and best of luck to the Seattle Kraken.